Hi, welcome to another edition of Azure Everyday. My name is Bob Rabaki and I'm a consultant with Pragmatic Works. And today I want to talk about the Azure Pricing Calculator. Now this is a really great tool if you are new to Azure and you're trying to get an understanding of how much it's going to cost for you to operate a workload in Azure. But even if you're already using Azure, it's a really nice tool for simulating if you were going to change your environment to use different services, or you want to try adding a new service altogether, understanding how much it's going to cost. This is a really great tool, and I want to walk through today how it works. It is a web-based tool, and you can access it by going to your browser and just going to azure.com, or you can do a search for the tool. But if you're on azure.com, as I'm showing in this screenshot here, and you click on the pricing link, you'll have a button down on the bottom that'll take you to the pricing calculator. And when you open the pricing calculator, you'll get to this page here, the pricing calculator page. And what you want to do here is select the first product or service that you want to include in your estimate. Now I can do a search for the products on the Azure platform there in the search bar, or I can navigate using the black boxes on the left. In my case, for my estimate here, I do want to include an Azure SQL database, and that choice is available for me right here in the top row. And so this is how we start creating our estimate. Select a product. So I've selected my Azure SQL database. And this takes me now to this page here where I can start entering in information about my database. Now one thing I want to kind of point out from the top of this page here is that your estimate, you can give it a name. So by default, I think it says your estimate, but you can name this whatever you want. So if you have a certain project you're working on, etc., you can create estimates for any thing you want, really. So I've just named this one Bob's estimate for this demonstration. And in this example here, I'm picking an Azure SQL database, and so because I'm using this database, I'm given options that pertain to that service. So I have to choose a region, what type of database is it, what service tier do I want to use, etc., things that apply to this database. And then once I've made those selections, it'll compute the price for this particular service and add it there in the bottom. And so now I can go ahead and add additional resources to my estimate. So for this example, I've added a Azure SQL Data Warehouse. Just for a quick example now, the Azure SQL Data Warehouse offers you the ability to choose a compute tier and then pay for your storage. That's all. It's separate. So they ask you for estimates on both of those components of the Azure SQL Data Warehouse. And so the point here is that depending upon the resource that you want to provision or get an estimate for, is it's going to prompt you with a number of different options that pertain just to that feature. And so it's a really nice way to see how everything's priced and get an estimate for how it's going to look in your environment. Now once you're done making your selections about the components that you want to include in your estimate, you can scroll down to the bottom of your page and you have some options there for saving it or exporting it. Now saving it will save it to the portal, so you can always come back in here and edit it or change it as you need. You can also clone it and maybe create a couple different estimates with some small variations if you'd like. You can also export it, which will dump this out to an Excel file, and then you can email it and share it with your organization, etc. I hope you found this introduction to the Azure Pricing Calculator helpful. If you have any questions about the Azure platform, please reach out, let us know. Thank you.